Well, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. Dice channeling. We're extra red for right now. Let's see. That probably shades are out. All right. This is for the webinar. Usually I wait about an hour later to get back my vibration. We're going to have Neutron on tomorrow. Sometime. It won't be a live broadcast. Eventually, maybe, but I'd probably make it a lot easier if it was live. But either way, well, we had a lot of technical difficulties. So maybe it's better it's not live. And I might do a video afterwards. Usually I do a video afterwards. I'm not sure. Let's see how I feel. I'll probably be okay. It'll probably be really short if I do anything. So once that's up, so we'll see how it goes, or we'll see. So, all right. Here we go for the chat portion of the webinar. Thank you everyone for posting. Welcome to the channel for the insane. I like saying that. That's why I say it. Yeah, the chat is kind of, well, at least the login chat is kind of stupid. It's not working. I have no power with that. It just says me. It's okay. All right. Calling the angels, aliens, everybody to assist us in our ascension process, positive vibrations. Connect to your higher self and your higher energies of all of you. Connect to the best information that is right for you for this moment and, of course, for the future to break through the matrix energy and connect to spirit in a positive way. A moment. Let the energies rise through you of who you truly are, the spiritual vibration. Everyone's connected to spirit. It's just for humanity to realize that, and realize the power of that is within. They are all angelic energies. You're all just finding your way. And some of you do come here in a mission of, you can say almost combat in some ways, to reorganize Earth's energy, you can say. Meaning being very human. Also, the angelic side will find its way to you. As a channel message. I can go on and on. So we might do a video after the Neutron one. It's been kind of a rough week with certain situations that I can't go into. So it's say battling darkness, not my own, but Earth stuff. It's amazing out there. All right. Start with Michelle. I went to Miami for an awesome spiritual event. I flew back Monday and have. This isn't Michelle's question. Mary. I'm sorry, Mary. That's somebody else's question. Oh, that's I wonder all this stuff's getting. How many times do you need to read that? I didn't even read it. This has been read like 3 times now. That's strange. It's Mary's. I thought that was Mary's question. All right, well. We've been beating that question to death, apparently. It's been read 3 times. That is very strange. I thought it was, that was Mary's question. What happened to... I give up. Okay. Enough of that. That is very strange. All right. Don't need to read that one again. Yeah, as a webinar, I read that twice. Now it's been read 3 times. All right, Carol, are there any messages for me? I do see you connected to the Yael race, the alien race. You're going through a lot of changes of basically healing a lot of governmental nonsense, especially see the fighting going on if you pay attention to any of that. You are reaching into the soul of humanity and letting... There will be a time of darkness. I mean, there already is, but more is to come to let it out. So, not with you, but, you know, those that are carrying a lot of it. So yeah, expect some rumbles coming up, I guess. But the reason is to get your vibrations going into individuals and flushing it out for them. It's like, here, you got all this aggravation towards such and such. Doesn't mean you have to go out, they're going to go attack anybody, but just to let it out, let it, whatever. As you can see with politics, is dividing people a lot. But just doing an internal healing, just flushing the nonsense out. Well, it's not, however you want to look at it. It's clutter, I guess is a better word for it. So you're helping others, not necessarily in your immediate family, no, but it's mostly, imagine where all the toxic energies are coming from. Yeah, well, we have to hit darkness to come into the light, basically. So it's necessary. So we'll see how that goes. All right, question 2. Are there any messages from Yeshua? Yes, you're an angelic healer going to the chakras of humanity. And you go into a soul and the energies of a person, you do your work. It doesn't, sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's very little. You do your mechanics of this world isn't, it's a child world in some way, in a level of it, at least spiritual maturity. And that's why you might come into worlds that are similar to this. You kind of stay out of the limelight, but you come in here secretly to do your work and then leave. Like, oh, I'm just a regular person, I'm no big deal, but it's far from that. So you're just going through different souls. You have one soul every day. Of course, you can do several at once, but it seems like you do one at a time. Just because you care. Because it needs that attention. Interesting. James, is it possible to charge crystals as Reiki? It would be fun to make them glow. I've been trying. Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Go about how you feel. I mean, you might see it more in your mind's eye than actually in the physical. But you never know. Yeah. It might depend on the crystal itself, too. Like, work with what speaking to you. But there is a... that's fascinating. Sure. Might take some time for that. But, yeah, it's connect to the one that speaks to you. And do what you can. I believe more in your mind's eye will show up, but you never know in the physical that would freak people out. Hey, look, a nightlight. That is possible, though. Yes. So you never know. Yeah, I would just. There's always a possibility for everything. So. Sure. Do I have any messages? I just see you connecting to a lot with Pleiadian councils. You're releasing a lot of negativity. You're finding more peace within yourself. I do see you connecting more with the angels in your spirit world. You're just downloading more information. You're allowing it. So I believe you're becoming more. Life is getting a little bit easier to manage. Not always, but there are parts of it that sometimes we get really hit just the way it is. But there are other times when you can I can really feel where this world's going, or at least feel where the day is, maybe even the world itself. So another thing is what I've learned recently is kind of like do an intention to clear out the human side of yourself, the fears, phobias, and allow the more spirit to come through, for your higher self. It's kind of like putting it all to the side, the human. Of course, you need all that for soul growth, but kind of put it to the side and allow the spirit to come through. Imagine you will feel a difference, just a healing, a release, whatever it might be. So, all right. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Marianne, any messages for me? Yeah, I feel your energy around Trump a lot, President Trump. For the positive, because you want to release a lot of negativity that's been kind of blocking it. You want him to do good, not don't care about right or left or anything like that. I don't see that with you. It's just you want success, but also to remove a lot of the darkness within government. At least that's what I see. And more light. So it's possible scandals being broken out. I mean, really, oh, there's a lid there that has not burst yet, but there is a lot of corruption that can come out. That's why it's there. Now, it might happen into his second term. Not yet. It's like we got a couple years for it. It's like we need to go through this term, whatever this is, and then he's going to run for election. It feels like the next term, a lot of weirdness. Now, people are saying, like with him, like with the president, like with Monica Lewinsky, none of that. I don't see any of that. At least I say that now, but I don't think so. But now, government itself, I do see him winning the next election. But I also see a lot of scandals possible. And I don't have 100% on that. Lifting the lid of it and really government going through it is a transformation. It will heal a lot of people because government still isn't everybody's taxes and all this nonsense. It's kind of like it's poisoning everybody in a lot of. It is positive to it there, but abuse of power too. So and government is keeping a lot of company. I don't want to talk about government, but it's keeping a lot of these big companies going too. So let's put it this way: it's not 100% for sure, but it's a high possibility of things to change. Questions here? Any from the Galactic Command? Any messages? Well, I can say that first question is a part of it. The second part of it is that you're connecting, once again, Yael energies are going to get stronger. All the elemental energies are going to get stronger. But basically with the Yael, because it connects to a lot of people, trendy, just it's the popular stuff that's going on, Bashar and all this stuff, whatever it might be. Whatever's pop, Taylor Swift, you can say is a part of it. Part of the popularity, just Taylor Swift's whatever is popular these days, it has a lot of vibrations around that. And this is gonna, expect the shifts as 2 to 5 years of humanity coming out of its coma slowly, thinking more about, you can say the alien and angelic energies. There's going to be a shift. We're in kind of like the calm before the storm. And I just see a lot of because you can say they just kind of resonate with a lot of people. So I see beings with 3 heads. You'd be surprised how many civilizations 3 heads is pretty normal. Actually, it's not just in fantasy. I would expect 3 to 5 years of really. We're gonna break. We're warming up to it, with the galactic knowledge of philosophies like we're connecting to here and other places. There's galactic languages too. That would be fascinating. Now, I'm not sure how mainstream it's going to get, but the energy is going to get stronger. Let's put it that way. So. See how it goes. Caleb, any guidance for which location I should move after I return from my trip with my parents? Well, I see Alaska, but I don't think that's on your list of places to go. Some reason I'm seeing Alaska. That's not an easy place to live, but Colorado is a possibility. New Mexico, I'm not sure if you like New Mexico too much, but and also the big cities, maybe New York City, because that's kind of pricey, but New York State is a possibility too. So it's kind of all over the place. So let's see which. Just follow the climate. Of course, the job situation too. A lot of people just follow where the work is. So just follow your instincts, basically. Feels like climate would be important. Your guides are all over the place. They're not really being very clear with me on anything for a good reason, because you'll find your place. Alaska just have a lot of deep roots there in the past. There's the alien roots there. Not to say you need to go there, and that I don't know if that would work, but yeah, I'm about seeing that. So it's maybe a lot, maybe Hawaii possibly. Yeah, it's all over the place. They're not really giving me anything. It's somewhere in the United States. That's all they're saying. Any messages for me? Yeah, you're in the time of taking chances, but the right chances. But financial, so that you can support yourself is very important, of course. You will make the right choice. Most likely go in a direction that you will not see yourself normally doing. It's like I would normally not do this, but it was right. So yeah. So probably this December. Saying something this December. I'm not sure what December has, but it's in December. Pamela, are there any messages from my oldest daughter from her highest self? Mm. Take care of your health. Look at it a little bit more carefully. More water is good. Basically, talking to others, filtering out the troubles that you feel within, letting yourself go. Part of you feels blocked. You're not letting yourself flow with. You're not always saying what you like to say. So probably you can feel that. So how you go about that is connecting to put the intentions out, or just say what's on your mind. We're holding a lot back. So you just trust that what you say will be you can whatever situation you go through. Yeah, use speak with love, add love to your vibrations when you say it. It will help. Say it with love. You'll get a lot more positive vibration feedback. Question two: are there any messages for me, Pamela? You're allowing yourself to connect more to your higher self energies, but you're also knowing more what you want, at least energy wise. This world, you're kind of going off planet. So you're here, but you're not really here. You're more on another world. You can probably feel a lot of that. You're more connecting to the Palladians, basically. From what it seems, it's just a place that you feel like you can warm into their collective a lot easier. And you're just in here, you're kind of rejecting this world's, you know, conflicts and feeling unwanted or undisconnected. So you're connected to a loving race, but you're also sending love to this society, even if you don't agree with the way it goes, with the direction it goes. Sorry about that. Katie and Dan, any messages for me? Well, I see the polar ice caps. I just see you, yes, and more. At least your energy is in more of a cold area, as a Zeta Gray part of another part of you. You're allowing. Well, I see it as a Zeta talking to the yell, because the yell is what people listen to, but as a Zeta, you're speaking to them to speak to humanity. So as the Zeta energy, at least another version of you, is basically the Zeta Alliance connected to Earth is going to get stronger and stronger. It's been it's been working on its connection with humanity and will get stronger as humanity doesn't see aliens as alien equals Zeta present, so you definitely have a connection with that. So it doesn't mean it'll be shown in the public yet, but it's going to become more known here over time. Maybe over the next 10 years, maybe sooner than that, but just the Zeta collective knowledge is going to increase. Let's put it that way. Any other question? Any messages? You're just getting new. aware of your own abilities. You have energies and other realities where you can fly, and you connect to those energies. Basically, a part of you, when you feel like you want to be on another world, you're connected obviously to a reality where it's a lot more happier, and you can connect to others easier. It's just life is simpler, but realize also you're bringing that energy here. So like a soulmate energy, relationship path, it's just not easy here because it's so easy to be rejected, and not everybody's reading each other right, and it's just conflict and conflict and conflict to keep us separated. So I realize the more together we are, the more enlightenment comes around the earth. We shine across the universe because we have a while for that. But they say, let's see, once again for you, yeah, December is a good month of luck. They're not saying what, but there might be some challenges there, but December feels like, yeah, in your energies are saying go for it, whatever it is. So I guess you'll know when the time comes for that. All right. Mary, let's see. I'm thinking of moving to Mount Shasta. Any messages about this? I would say yes, go there right now. Yes. I'm not sure how your financial situation is, but that's always that would be the only, if you can make that work, yeah, be there right now. That needs you. Be there right now. Yeah. Feels like you'll be simplifying your life, not many material possessions, and going for what you want. So. I think it's a new member, Kanu, in past life. Was that anyone that I might have heard of before? Well, I see you connected to Genghis Khan. You weren't Genghis Khan, but I do see you connected to Genghis Khan. So first energy it comes through. Realize also that it's not the easiest connection, at least publicly, to be made known, but Genghis Khan, you're very connected to him, let's put it that way. Very close friend. First one that comes through. There's probably other, you start there and move forward, but yes, public stuff, they're not always, you never know. Just go by what you are feeling. If there's anybody you feel like, like maybe that was me in a past life or something like that, I can always ask that. Question 3, are there any messages for me? Yes, you're very, at least I can see a lot of Hindu energies from the past lives. That's helping you in your spiritual understanding now. So, and you're also bringing a lot of Pleiadian energies, and there's other Arcturian, but it seems like Pleiadian's a strong vibration. I imagine there are other species. You haven't always got along with the insectoids, probably even on this world. Insectoids, I think part of you is kind of like done with them in some ways, but you could we'll have to let that down eventually. But part of you came into this world to make peace with that these alien energy. It's not very known on this planet right now, but think about when you start connecting to the chicken aliens and the and the cow aliens. Those aren't very popular, but eventually that stuff will become more known. It will. We're gradually getting there. So, Donna Riggs, 5,000 subscribers. Thank you for that. Only took 4 years to get there. 2,000 videos. So I figured another 2,000 videos, I can get the 10,000 subscribers. It's pretty exciting. When contact is made, what will the content be like? A conversation, a trip around the universe, magic show? How will contact be presented? Well, yeah, there would be I got is like little areas that people that are ready for this will start to occur. Like you'll start hearing rumors of alien connection. There are already places like that, like Sedona. And places, I forgot where it was. It had places where you see all these bubbles, and those are alien energies, actually. It's like a place where it's all bubbles. I don't know where that is. I haven't been able to find that since. But it's basically these hot spots are, it'll become, like Sedona is a good example. There'll be rumors that people are actually connecting to physical beings over time. And eventually it'll go into, well, basically humanity needs to just stop being so angry and doing what it does. So it starts to stop tearing itself apart. So it thinks when it's putting all this negative energy out, it's doing itself a favor. It's actually not doing anyone any favors. So, but yeah, we'll be an alien magic show. Be universe. Well, basically, we'll just start seeing them more clearly. They'll just start appearing out of nowhere. There might be a ship. Eventually, it'll show up, but mostly just start seeing alien beings more and more as the Earth becomes more positive. So that's really how it will work. You just mind your own business. Everything's good. You feel, more happy about yourselves. More people, you'll have the job situation more. We kind of work. We're gonna work it out, and just make peace with each other. And then you just start seeing them popping around. You just start seeing them showing up. And eventually there'll be a ship. So it's not exactly. There might be lights in the skies and stuff like that in the beginning, but it's still a long ways for actual physical connection. So we have to shift our vibration basically, and more people are trusting it. There's nothing to be afraid of. So, any messages from me this week? Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of yellow energies that do laugh. You have a great time with the aliens and astrals. A lot of laughter there. You do also go to comedy spots with alien comedy shows and astral. I don't see that very often. Yeah, they don't really have the sense of humor of our world, but they don't really need it. But you've been going to those a lot recently. That's so funny. I don't normally see them. So you're getting used to their energy being here. I believe part of your place here is to be a contactee. It just hasn't happened yet. Well, it sort of has and sort of hasn't. So you're kind of shifting in that. Yeah, it's not a way that will bring fear to you. I believe. They're kind of You're working with them to be a contactee. So you might start feeling. Oh, I don't know. You won't be scared either. You'll be okay. So yeah, I think you got a couple of years for that, but I really do feel it around you though. You're making peace with it, but it's you gotta get used to it. So expect the unexpected, but don't feel like something's gonna pop up and you're gonna spooked out. Nothing like that. You'll just know it's like, hey, look, they're here, and everything's okay. That's how it's gonna be. Danielle Spencer, why do I have claustrophobic fits in the fall and winter nights very badly? Well, only thing I got from that is that you've been like abducted as a child, not in this lifetime, but past, and taken like from a parent that was angry at another parent, and you're like kept in a box or something like that. Do you see like a horse carriage? And you were a girl, and it was just terrifying. You just weren't allowed to do anything for a while because the trip was so long. I believe it was more in Europe. It feels like France. I can gather. So it's just I think that's really where it comes on to. You just angry parents basically. I'm not seeing any abductions. I mean, other than that, I don't think you're abused or anything like that. I think maybe just verbally, but it's just that it was very scary. That's what I see. It was during the fall, winter time. Because I think your parent. If I see is that your parents were fighting so much they were ready to kill each other. That's what I see, and that's very terrifying for a child. You weren't very old. I would say like 6 or 7 years old. I see you as kind of like a blonde girl. I see a white dress or white gown or something like that. It was just terrifying. And what's funny is that your parents, I believe, were wealthy too, and they just hated each other, and it got really ugly. It feels like the 1800 time period. So I believe that psychological event, because it went on for a while. I think your father abducted you because he got sick of your mother. So it's like it hurt you even more by taking your daughter that you love more than anything. And like I said, I don't think he abused you like physically or anything. I think he just, he's just mostly getting that back at the wife. I don't know. It looks like it didn't go too well between the two of them either. So they're giving me like mixed results on that. But that's what I see there. So you can always connect with that and heal that, see how you feel about that. If any of that resonates, but that's what I'm saying. Do you guys see the factory job I want? being too hard for me as the others were. Do the guys see the factory job I want being hard for me as others? Oh, for the job, I don't know. I think it'll be okay with it, actually. I think it's a part of the fear. They might think it's going to be bad, but I don't think it will. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. I think it's part of his fear. Just the Elohim have been coming through with strong energy in the meditations lately. What messages do they have for me? Oh, just you're getting ready for a new change. You're slowly adapting to your new way of looking at life. It's going to get. It's basically the fundamentals. Humanity needs to find more love in its society instead of seeing all this hate and all this. Of course, I work in a work environment that's not exactly the easiest. And of course, we all do. But basically, humanity has to add more love to its life, to its energy. That's the main. Of course, saying that is another has difficulties with it. Because you add more love to your vibration, you probably see the reptilian manipulations that are around. So not an easy one to remember too. So I think that's really the main message there. What I see with the Elohim, just connect to humanity, see how you feel. Like, what is it connected to? You probably see the connections like reptilian, and there's probably others, not just reptilian. It's just the most popular one. But there's others out there that you can see. Question 2: what other beings have been around me, and what messages do they have? What other beings have been around? I've been seeing Yael recently. Oh, Yael, part of Bashar's group too. Yes, Asani. I believe you're. You might connect more. I'm not sure how you feel about the Yael. I think they're warning from you than you are warning from them. I think you're telling some of them what to do too. Well, it's just that some of them, you're assisting them, helping humanity wake itself up. So, like with Bashar, I think Bashar is really good, but it's like it kind of falls flat. It's like, yeah, you're helping, but it's like, is humanity really changing? Yes and no. It's kind of like you add a recipe, you add this little flavoring to society, but it doesn't really change. So there's like a half-baked change there. I think it has a lot to do with the channeler too. That's just not really involved himself. I think that's why. I know here I'm saying this here, but yeah, I think that it comes down to the channeler doesn't really want change. Jeez. It's like I think Bashar does, but the channeler doesn't. Big surprise there, right? So I was like, hey, I'm doing well, money's doing good, you got friends, everything's fine. What the hell I need a transformation? What the hell I need a so I think because channelers are contactees, and some of them kind of, hey, look at me, I can channel, and then the vibration stops. It's like, or maybe they don't know how to change or help evolve. I think they do, they just don't. So this is how you become unpopular with the channeling communities. So yeah, the idea is basically humanity to have more love to itself. Obviously, there's more layers to that. Anyway, we gotta move on. Martin, any messages for me? I just see a lot of insectoid energies around you. You are making peace with a great deal of them. I'm not sure about in this dimension, but the alien dimension, I do see. Let's see. I do see. Are very much friends with them actually. A lot of the insectoid races, different types. It's just that you came here with a Zeta vision. You're helping, obviously, the Zetas to be more known in our society too, because a lot of human DNA is actually Zeta, just not many incarnate through the Zeta line. That makes sense. A lot of people with me, I have dark, deep set eyes. That's a Zeta imprint, you can say. So just basically you are assisting more Zeta enlightenment coming into reality. Slowly, you are part of the conversation. So yeah, usually the ones that don't really they feel kind of disconnected from communities. It's usually the zeta and vibrations, not always. Well, partly you're just doing your mission. You don't feel like connecting to anybody because you're zetas are usually observers, not really conversationists, something like that. So it's just different. Question 2: shed some light on the Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. I've heard of the name. But let me look at who it is. Chuck. Just need to see who this is. Well, I see a lot of reptilian. You can probably see the reptilian in him. Is he all bad? I don't know. I get 50-50 with him. He's okay, but not okay. I don't know what the story is on him. I think he's friend and foe. I think he's both. He's very real with people, but also he can be kind of shady. But I want to say in the long run, he wants things to work out. He knows a lot of stuff he's not revealing, though. I would say even alien-wise, he knows some stuff that I think he knows some. I think he knows a lot of stuff. I know he knows a lot of stuff. So I don't know. He's like a 50-50 type of guy. He's like, I think he's good in the long run, but I think he's saying he stays quiet about really what's on his mind. He's part of the Democratic Party, so yeah, that's the shady side of him. But he's part of agendas that aren't exactly the most positive. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. It's just, like I said, I wouldn't say he's totally bad, but he's not exactly the great, the most positive either, as you can see. But let me tell you, it seems like he knows a lot of stuff, a lot of rumors, a lot of inside stuff, deep state. He keeps very quiet about all that because he does know what's going on. Not entirely, but he knows it quite a bit than most. You can say also he's trying to shut down Trump in some ways. It does it secretly. So, but also with that, I don't think he's entirely a bad person. He's not perfect. He's I think you can talk to him like a real person, and you see like the true good in him. It's just he's probably playing the role of the Democrat, but I think he can play the role of the Republican too. He can go both ways. So he's kind of like a neutral being that can be very shady, but also very good. It's just like who has the biggest paycheck, you can say. But it's like he works for both sides. So, I mean, I think he's a pretty down-to-earth person from what I gather. Nancy Pelosi's totally one-sided, but for him, I see him probably mostly Democrat, but you can actually talk to him like a human being. Unlike some of them, I feel like they're going to rip your head off. So, yeah, it's a fascinating character, that's for sure. Yeah, do I have any spirit guides that would like to start channeling through me? If so, what is their name, and do they think I am ready to channel? The name Ellie comes through. However you pronounce that, Ellie, like Eleanor, but it's Ellie. And yeah, it's like let's see, like a Nordic being, a tall blonde Nordic. It is a spirit guide, though. Yeah, very powerful, very kind, like a fairy energies, also. Let's see, what's their name? And now I think you're ready to channel, but part of you feels like you're not ready. So just keep practicing, basically. Yeah, it's just we have that, that wall around us for protection. Not to say you won't be protected, but it's like that fear wall, whatever it might be. You just gotta let it down. Like I'll let you channel through me. Positive beings, of course. It'll get easier. Just practice. Are there any messages from my angels? Yeah, you just have more confidence that you can make the connection. You can. You're already channeling right now. You just aren't always aware of it. You are channeling energies. The angels, they do whisper in your ear. They are looking through your eyes. as they're assisting you to see things a little bit more differently. You have a fairy incarnation before this, and one of the reasons you wanted to have one last human experience here. I don't think you're going to reincarnate here again, from what it seems. So it will get easier. It just being you wanted to go through a rough time because that's what well, it just being here in general is going to be a rough time. But you also want to feel what other humans are going through. It's like realize when everything always works out, it's like you're here. This world has a lot of things that doesn't work out. Of course, it does get old after a while, but we're here to not have it easy. That's why we're here. But we are here to relax and recharge, not here to wear ourselves out. So, angels that just say about your channel, just take it easy on yourself. Sometimes you're pressuring yourself a little bit too much. You feel like you're not doing enough for humanity. You are. It's just you do it more in astral. You don't necessarily have to do it in the physical realm. You will. Like I said, they say they're actually already our channel. You just don't believe it. So, all right. Take care. Blessings. Erican, I remember you saying the vibration of our name tells us where we are from, which is awesome. So, is a fun process for everyone to choose their names before they incarnate here because it influences and kind of connects a lot. Yeah, I believe we do choose our name before we come here. I think our parents choose it, but see, that's also a channel message that comes through to choose our name. I believe it's different for everybody. Some people choose their name. Sometimes the parents choose it. It's different for everybody. But yeah, it's your galactic vibration. Let's see. There's, of course, I don't know what they do. I feel Yael all over the place. I don't think you have that much Yael connection, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, because let's see. The guys are saying you don't need to really connect your name so much. It's just basically your vibrations. Look at the things in your life, the things that you do, the things that you enjoy. Look at all this and give it kind of a medieval flair to it, because you do have a lot of medieval vibrations to you. Yes, you are connected to Sirius. I believe Andromeda and Yael. They're really strong here. Jeez, everybody, it's a Yael day. But yeah, give yourself a medieval. Look at yourself in the medieval time period and see how you feel, because yeah, a lot of your influences come from that time. Things that you love, things that you eat. It's just fast foods out of convenience. Back in the old days, they had a version of that back then too. I also do see you as a cook in the past too. So that sort of flashes. I don't know how you feel about that, but with that. Do the angels have any messages for me? Yeah, I think you had what I see in your past is that you're cooking meat, like big things of meat, but now I think you're going more healthier direction. But back then, that was all they had. So obviously, do what you can. I do see hanging meat, but obviously in the old days, you get what you can get. So I do see you like part of a small village, like near nature somewhere. Yeah, just outside where the castles are, but like in England. So, any messages from the angels? Let's see. You're allowing yourself to like unmanifest this dimension, but manifest higher dimensional vibrations coming from Andromeda. Andromeda energies will come through more clearly as you start to see yourself as an Andromeda, and you might see yourself as an energy being and just a being with no body. And this is more of a fifth dimensional being. Now you can go from world to world. You don't need a spaceship, and you kind of fly. Kind of like an insectoid would fly, but you're more of just an energy being. Now you can be a human energy. You just appear as you feel. So, like we see anomalies in the skies and stuff like that. This is things that you have done also. It's just fun. So that's normally what you're used to. In this world is to enjoy the heaviness, but also send your vibrations from your existence. Like this message alone is to connect to those that need to hear it, because they're part of that too. So in your energy field, they do show you creating hearts and sending it out to individuals' energies. That's neat. So very nice. Henry, can my galactic family tell me why finances here are still very negative and hurtful? Let's see. Yeah, you've been kind of pushed to the edge recently, but they do see possibly if you're wanting a new source of income through another job. But yeah, it's just let's see. They just show another job is possible to come through. So right now you're shedding the old and you're shedding the old stuff and you're getting stronger within too. So you're just going through a lot of things will improve. It's just it might take a couple of months for it, but will improve. Part of you need to, you're going through a self healing at this time. You might not feel that way, but it is a self healing. It's just it's not showing it right now, but you're connected more to yourself than you ever have before. You will see more positive come through, but in time you will. Do I have any messages? Let's see. Let's see. Playing Galactic Federation of Light is around you. Well, it has a lot to do with your soul maturity is getting you're connecting more to the positive energies of the universe, but you're going through a transition. So they're not saying that you'll see more of the positive. You will, but they're not saying when. But things will get more on track. But right now, part of you just wanted to experience more being human too. Suffering comes with that. Of course, you had enough suffering. It will turn itself around, but basically your decisions will find your way out of it. Just have not yet. They will. You are going to shift out of this old way. Just stay confident, stay positive. You are staying positive. Just the positive energies will wave through, but this seems like another job situation will come through, or some, it'll open up, but just not yet. You're on the track. That's the main message there. Just hold on tight. Things will shift. Raw end. Do I have any messages from the Ascended Masters? Well, they say you are an Ascended Master for being here. Because the challenge is you don't let things bother you as others do. Not to say others aren't Ascended Masters, they are. There's different levels of it. Not to say anyone's better than anybody. Let's see. It does show that you are making more peace with this earth, and you are connecting more to the ascension energies. Of course, patience comes with that, great amount of patience, but also, connections to the Zetas. You are healing the Zeta energies, the Zeta heart that's connected to humanity. The Zeta has been going through a lot of pain, but they also help humanity evolve too. They just have not made that fully clear. So beings that have caused difficulties for this earth, you are part of a healing center for them, for humanity to let go of their manipulations. So you're like part of like a school of helping humanity find its true, spiritual self. I just see Andromedan connections you are connecting to. It's a gradual process, of course. And also realize like the cities, the big ones. Notice how they're kind of like dirty and kind of rough around the edges. Those will, when the ascension really starts to increase, you'll see those places clean up. Just with intentions. Intentions are dirty. Intentions can be dirty and can be clean. So. Question 2, do I have any messages from my guides or angels? Take chances. Maybe not big ones, but go by your feel. Chances, you're going to be taking more chances. I'm not saying what, not saying time frame, but you're going to try new things to open yourself up to new experiences. They say it's possibly more vibrational, not to be afraid of certain beings. So to, it's just it's open. They're not really giving you a detail of what it is exactly. So just follow your heart, basically, and you're involved in a lot of crop circle energies that are brought to the earth. Your energy is there. Just many here that are doing like, I'll use like Project Camelot as an example, is that it's still very third dimensional thinking that is in those places. That it's on YouTube. Very third dimensional, and it's still figuring itself out. And you're working through that, working with others to get a different perspective, a higher dimensional perspective. Miles, do I have any messages from my past lives? I just see energies from the giants. You're an Anunnaki giant in the past. Felt you wanted to connect to humanity, but felt very disconnected. Very just is like other humans are just making fun of you. They're scared of you. Then they start making fun of you, being rude to you, and just very difficult. Being a giant was terrible. So death was better than being alive for a while. You feel like you can't have a relationship with anyone. It's just very lonely. So I believe also as giant lifetimes will come back again where you're more accepted. There were times with that, but when the earth went into darkness, of course, it forgot itself. So some giants just became very violent, but they just had enough of it. So, like, was it Goliath? Yeah, your size of that. Do you have any messages? Imagine you resonate with that. I can see that. Jeez. Do you have any messages from the Naga? Yeah, the serpent energies. Let's see. They go through your heart chakra, go through your third eyes for releasing this third dimension environment. As yes, they will be seen on this world, and they have been in this world during Greek mythology. Places in Asia, their vibration is very strong. They are an alien species, as you're aware. And many beings were very enlightened by it, and also eventually became very scared of it over time. So your vibration with them is basically bringing them back into this energy field. You are finding more love in your soul of all different species. The Naga, that was paradise for you. You probably feel a lot of that. Paradise energy and stuff. Susie, what have I been doing in astral? Let's see. Oh, I see Michael Jackson. I see his music. I'm not sure if you're connected to Michael Jackson. You're connecting to a music world, music realities, where you can just separate yourself from being, physical. So you just go into the harmonies of different sounds and kind of drift with them. So you kind of separate and going into different energies around the universe just to be harmonized. So music here isn't like it is in astral, but still it has a lot of vibrations from it. Are any messages for me? Let's see. Just feel yourself break through the third dimension of basically actually your energies are going through retail, which is interesting. Notice how many humans are obviously there are things that you need. But material possessions are also owning people. I just see you around retail stores. Your energy is there, but things have not fully changed, meaning where people can find themselves. So let's put it this way. I see like in the future, retail will be changed to more healing centers down the road. Of course, what we wear and all of that is part of our own healing. So it's like you work through material possessions to help humanity find themselves. Not everything, but there are some, you have crystals and, high vibrational elements. You can say more of that metaphysical vibration going to more of material possessions, like your fan or whatever it might be. Slowly, slowly. Because the design of things too has a vibration to it. So, imagine I have a fan on. Imagine a fan being more just high vibrational materialism. Let's put it that way. Even the bed, even the sheets, that's where I see a lot of your energies are. I have not seen that before, which makes a lot of sense. That's part of your mission. That's not all of it. That's a message. It's not your whole being here. So that is it makes a lot of sense. It's like with Tesla. Tesla isn't perfect, the cars, but it's a new direction, and it's not perfect, but it is. Eventually things would change with that too. For the better. Amy, can you tell me about past life on Earth that my son Luke and I have had together? I just see brother energies. Both of you are males and brothers. So I don't think you always got along either. And I think you were always the older brother. Now you became the mother, which is interesting. They kind of tell him what to do. But he's kind of telling you what to do in some ways too, right? So I see you the older brother. Now you are the mother. You're very dominant over him in the past. But you're very protective of him. You're very protective of him. And so becoming a mother made a lot of sense to me. Makes sense. As for what time period, they're not really going into time periods. It'll let you connect with that medieval time period. And obviously, there's a lot of alien stuff, but that's the one from this world. Will I still be living at this house at this time next year? Probably. I realize, you want to change, but it's possible that anything's possible, but not yet. Maybe 2020, possibly. I say the same thing to myself. Am I going to get out of here? Doesn't look like it. Eventually. 1 to 11. Any messages from my son Tommy? For my son Tommy. 1 moment. Just find more peace in your mind. You're actually very connected to Yeshua, Jesus. As you've been very similar to him. You were very similar to him as he was at your age, and you just know each other. Just your vibrations kind of cling together and just know each other very well. So it's kind of like a brother energy. Sometimes you two alike, it seems. Now, were you ever into the healing like he was? No, yes and no. Not in this world, but other worlds, you're thing more powerful than he was. So I know if some people are hearing that, like what you're talking about, but you'd be surprised. So we're all powerful in the long run. It's just how we use it. Not every world we need to be super powerful, So yeah, I'll just leave you with that. Any messages from the archangels? Rest. Take it easy. Rest. I'm seeing tic-tac-toe for some reason. Just basically keep your mind busy, but rest too. Because your mind wants to go all over the place, it seems. You don't have to do tic-tac-toe, but just give you an example. But just puzzle games are good to basically help you relax in some ways, help you challenge your mind. It's there for a reason. Keep your mind challenged. Keep your mind, in sync. It is good for the mind, especially as we all get older. We kind of get, reading's good, but I feel like puzzles are a good energy for you. So something to think about. Makes a lot of sense. I feel like I'm living a puzzle. Probably because that's true. I don't know how my mind's working. Probably not going too well. Vasco, any messages from my spirit guides or higher self? I think you're. I see a lot of when I connect to you, I see Jupiter. Just so much Jupiter. It's let's see. It's just part of you wants to go back into that reality, and another part of you is like, this is great education, as frustrating as it is. I do see students with you, watching you as they need to. Of course, I see that with a lot of people recently. I do see a lot of feline energies around you, protecting you. You've had some reptilians that have been really heavy around you recently. That's been draining your vibration. So the felines have moved in. I'm not sure how you're feeling recently, but you have a lot more feline protection. Let's put it that way. What are my connections with the Zeta Gray? What positive or negative? Well, I do see you creating a weapon that was very not good, like one that can destroy worlds. I'm not sure if you ever used it, but I do see you doing stuff like that as a Zeta. Now you're just doing it because you can do it. Of course, was it used? I don't know. They're not showing me that, but yeah, you did some. I don't see you like. I just see you creating technologies that are just insane. So as for the positive, I see you going back to those worlds and saying sorry a lot. Not necessarily like that, but I feel the cow energies. I know people think we're nuts. Of course, they think we're crazy anyway. But the cows, you're probably yeah. Well, yeah, Zetas and cows like with mutilations. I don't see you doing any mutilations, but then again, maybe there was some of that. You're part of a group that did do that. So they did a lot of genetics on cows, basically, which goes into our DNA down the road, of course. So I believe that's more of the positive side of it, which makes sense, doesn't it? Which makes a lot of sense. So food manipulation, but for the better. There's probably chickens in there too, but mostly the cows. They're easy to work with. The chickens are a little more complicated, but yeah. So interesting. Stacy, any messages for my guides or angels of love? Yeah, it's just continue. Yeah, there are some challenges, but just to keep going. There are some challenges, basically mind manipulation in some areas. I'm not sure where. Maybe from past boyfriend or something like that. Your mind might drift off in that direction, but just to clear your vibration, keep going forward. Because there are obviously there are beings that want to slow you down, but just keep going forward. Yeah, there's always going to be some kind of basically. You see, also alien beings are kind of jealous of you because you are allowing more light to come into your life, and you're more independent than you have ever been before, and that's going to continue to get stronger with you. There's going to be some deterrence here and there. I don't know. I see your mother energy around you that she might be kind of worried about you, but nothing to worry on that. She just sees you with somebody. I don't know if you're with anybody, but she just sees her. Anyway, so all right. Very much love everyone. So long as an hour. So hopefully next week my hair will be growing out a little bit more. I asked that girl, I told her to leave it long, and I guess it's kind of long by some weird standards. So, all right, blessings everyone. Neutron will be back tomorrow, and I'll probably do a video after that because we'll see what the universe has for us. It won't be that long. So take care and have a great night.